Hello everyone and welcome back to the Super League here in Gavra Racing, and this is round 7 of the Super League. We are here once again back for the final time this week here in Silverstone, and we've got a few things to talk about, but first I am once again joined by
Cypher Knight 77 as per usual, and do tell, what news do we have this week?
We'll start with replacements. So we've got a few people replacing in today. We've got Aston F1 replacing Joe in the McLaren. Who else? We've got a few people missing. Jetsy, that is him in the... I believe Jetsy is replacing someone in the Haas? Maybe? It's Jetsy in the Haas, yeah? The number... Who's the car in 5th position? Because I can't see the name.
Jetsy,
yeah.
He's in the Haas.
I think he's replacing MQD, I believe, in the Haas. Apart from that, I believe everyone is here, unless there's anyone else that I've completely missed out on.
No, everyone else seems to be here.
There's no Tim V this week. So, no Tim V. Anyone else? We've got 17. There must be someone else missing. Oh, man, no, I think it's only Tim V, actually. Everyone else should be here. Everyone back once again. I'll see if I can quickly get up the drivers and constructors championships as well. And it's going to be a good one. We've had a few quite crazy races already so far around Silverstone, and hopefully it's going to be a good one this week here, Cypher.
Well, Silverstone's just one of those tracks that, while the tire strategy may be kind of boring, it's very fast. Usually requires a lot more downforce than the cars usually bring around these tracks. So I guess the real question is, are you going to prioritize downforce in the heavy technicals 1 and 3, or are you going for the top speed down the DRS straights?
Yeah, you kind of got to try and find that balance in between sort of the downforce and the straights, as you were saying. Also, believe on this track, I believe about 60% of this track you spend actually at full throttle. So that just shows actually how quick this track is and how high speed it is. And if we just quickly hop into the standings here. So still out in the lead by not as much of a distance now is Attengren still with 122 points. In second is Play Duchy with 93 points. In third is Piero with 75 points. In fourth is Toussaint with 67 points. And then there's a huge gap between him and its Jax with 37 points. But if you want to go and look at all of the drivers and the standings in the league as well, you can go find those on the website. It is Mercedes still leading in the constructors with 189 points, with AlphaTauri in second with 168 points, and then there is 100 points between AlphaTauri and the Racing Point team. So really at this point, Cypher, it pretty much is a 2-horse race between the AlphaTauri team and the Mercedes team, both in drivers and constructors championships.
True, we do see the occasional third team sort of jump up there in the mix. Now it seems like both Mares and Don Rajiv putting in relatively competitive times, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if maybe even the Racing Points, or sometimes even the Haas's are up there. The Haas have had a while since their only podium of the season, I believe, so definitely still have a few outliers.
Yeah, there are a few people that do like to jump up there. We've seen the likes of Don Rajiv, Mares be up there as well. Dan Schneider, it's Jax also likes to get up there as well. I haven't seen so much from some of the other drivers who we may be used to seeing up there. It'd be interesting to see though where Aston F1 will place himself. He did very well in the Premier Series race yesterday, and showing some really good pace. He's obviously one of the quicker drivers in the academies in that three-way battle. Be interesting to see where he puts himself at the moment. At 25.7, definitely know he can go quicker than that. Seen him do a lot quicker times. I've seen him into the 24s quite a lot. But it's Piero on pole at the moment with a 24.6. Mares in second with a 24.8. Then it's Atim in third with a 25.2. Shankster in fourth with a 25.2 as well. Haven't seen too much from Shankster, but I believe he was switching from controller to wheel. From what I've been hearing, he actually has been putting some really quick times on this track, so keep an eye out for Shankster. Play Dutchie in fifth with a 25.3. Don Rajib in sixth with also a 25.3. The racing point of Dan Schneider with a 25.4. Jetsi in eighth with a 25.5. Aston in ninth with a 25.7. And Jojo in 10th with a 25.8. And Thunder just put in a 26.2 there in the Renault. And I believe Renault is, I believe they're our lowest point scorers so far, I believe. Or is there someone lower? Is it the Red Bulls maybe are lower than them? Can't remember now. Let's have a look. No, the Red Bulls are actually higher than them. The Renault team only with 1 point this season. And they actually got that in the Monaco race. So Renault will be looking for some points here if they can pick up some. The Red Bull team only with 4 points. Only one Red Bull here, though.
Strangely enough, I think Alfa Romeo are higher than Red Bull with their one appearance at Spain.
Yeah, I think so, actually. They haven't been put on the website, though, so...
But a bit off topic here. So if I'm correct, I believe 2 new F1 leagues have opened up for registration. I believe a few spots are open, if I'm correct. The Team F1 Championship, as well as the Season 3 of the Weekend League, which will take some spots left open for those F1 leagues.
Yeah, I believe so. There's 7 spots available. I'm just on the website now. There's 7 spots available for the Weekend League. So if you want to go join that, it should be starting soon. It's actually starting on the 15th of November. So if you haven't already, you can go sign up over there. 7 spots still available. And there's 1 spot left in the Team Cup event for this weekend, this Sunday. So make sure, if you haven't already, there's 1 spot left, so you can go and sign up over there, unless the website hasn't been changed. But according to the website, there's 1 spot left. So if you haven't already, go sign up for those. And these team events is just to fill in until the Weekend League starts back up on the Sunday. But at the moment, everything seems to be pretty much the same. No real movement. A couple of drivers just hopping to the back of the times. Holland with a 26.0. We've got a few more people on laps at the moment. Let's see what Antelopen can do. As he's coming round into Village, now into the loop.
Shankster, interestingly enough, set his time on mediums, so he's deciding to maybe go out on soft tires. Obviously, strategy looking again like a one-stop here, soft to mediums. Tire wear usually isn't an issue around here. What is an issue around here are going to be track extending penalties, most definitely.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of drivers invalidating their laps, especially during the qualifying. But yeah, an easy soft to medium. I believe that the mediums are pretty much indestructible on this track. That's how easy it is to pull up a soft to medium. I mean, some drivers might opt for the hards just to get to the end nice and comfortably, with some good speed. But I think the soft to medium is on the cards for most drivers. Some drivers might go medium to soft, just see if they can mix it up a little bit. But high chance, as we've seen already during quite a lot of the races already this week, Cypher Night, an early safety car will probably be the case.
Perhaps. This is definitely a trickier track in Project Cars than it is in F1, but actually, let's pose a little bit of trivia for you. Test your F1 knowledge.
Okay.
Do you remember the year that these guys ran blue hard tires around this track?
Let me think. I'm guessing... Ooh, Toussaint just put in a 24.9, actually. Good luck from him. You put me on the spot here. If anyone in the chat knows, you can put it down. I'm not going to look at the chat, though. I'm going to... Blue hard tyres. Was it just specifically for this race, or was it an entire season?
Yes, it was just for this race.
Was it during the hybrid era?
Turbo hybrid era, yes.
Okay. Right, so it must have been later in the hybrid era because of the tyre compounds and the way they used to colour them. I really don't know. I can't remember.
Pretty recent, actually. You were right, it did happen when we had the 3 different colored tire compounds.
Recently. Is it 2017? No. You put me on the spot here. Yeah, Woody has no clue in the chat. I don't know, you have to tell me. Because I honestly can't remember.
Really? You don't remember?
Somehow I can't remember, even though it's my home Grand Prix.
It was back in 2018, this race. The hard tire was pitch blue, like a wet tire.
2018. Oh, yeah! No, yeah. Why was that?
Because that was also the year we had the Hypersoft.
Oh, yes. Wasn't that when we had like the
Hyper
Hyper and the Ultras, and then the Supers, and then the Softs, and then,
Hyper, like, everyone was theorizing that the Hypers couldn't go more than 3 laps, so they thought, well, let's just have this tire that can go the entire race, and it was absolutely dreadful to race on.
Yeah.
I know, I raced on the tire. Back on the F1 2018.
2018, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of a forgotten trivia, because it was only for this race that such a tire was created for.
I don't know what Pirelli do some weird stuff with their tires. I mean, they what did they went from like the Hypers, the Ultras. I mean, they technically still have the Hypers and the Ultras, but they just don't mark it as them anymore, because it's marked as like C1, like C2, and then C3 of each different soft, medium, and hard. That's kind of like how it gets like sort of organized now, I think. But if we have a look at some of the times now. Okay, cheers game once again. So it's Jax moved up into second with a 24.6. Piero's done a 24.3. I believe that's an improvement on his time from before. Mares with a 24.8. Toussaint with a 24.9. Atim all the way down in 8th with a 25.2. Seems to be struggling a little bit here, Siphonite, in this quali session.
He's had a few invalidated laps. Him and Toussaint have been kind of pushing the limits a bit, but they did come back in early to try to put on some new tires, go for a new quali run. I suspect everyone is going to make their final run on the soft tires, as we do have one Mercedes coming out. I believe that's Adam. Yeah. But like you're saying, Dan Schneider, it's just the first car outside of the top 10. Obviously, it's Jax, usually putting in the better qualifying performances in that racing point. Jojo, before you, Holland, Antelope, and Thunder, and Hecker is also outside of the top 10.
I have to see where these drivers could come. I think a couple of drivers are just struggling a little bit with track limits. It is quite easy to invalidate on a few of these corners. Also, it's quite easy as well. If you make a mistake in one part of the track, it does really affect the rest of your lap. Just on how high speed the track is, you don't want to be losing too much time in any of the corners. Let's have a look here. Is Atin coming through the high speed corner of Cops here. Can pretty much be taken flat out, Siphonite, in these F1 cars. That's how crazy these cars are now. You can take Cops flat out, pretty much take Markets and Beckett's flat out, apart from the last couple of corners where you do have to downshift, a bit of engine braking. But yeah, it's crazy to think how much downforce these cars have now, especially in this game as well. They really do have a lot of downforce. So let's have a look here and see who's going to be the next person to put a lap in. I believe it's actually going to be Dan Schneider. I believe in the Racing Point will be the next person to come round and put a lap in. I'm not sure whether he's improving. He's gone flat out through Cops there. no lift whatsoever as he comes through Mankins and Beckett's. As you see, just a little bit of a downshift here, just some engine braking, hooks the car up nicely. Wants to use that extended curb on the outside. Make sure he gets the most out of that corner as he comes down the hanger straight. As he comes through Stowe, down into Vale, round through Club. He's going to come to the line. Will he improve on his time? He does. He moves up into 7th.
Aston F1 right behind him, although he runs wide. Validating his lap time right there.
Unlucky for Aston.
Adam has actually spun.
Oh, he has. Oh, he has actually. It's up at. He was a 10th up as well in his time. He's over near the old pit lane. This track used to actually have its start-finish straight up here, as you can see near where Attengrid is. Been moved now down to the other side of the track. But how unfortunate for Atim. Will he be able to get round side for that and put another lap in? This might not be great for Attengrid here. It might not be great in terms of his championship as well, with Piero on flying at the moment, as they had a really good race last week out in Austria, and he's put in a really good qualifying here in Silverstone.
I think he'll get back around, but I think he's got a lot of grass in those tires. Let's see, Don Rajib on his lap. He's going through Beckett's right now. Obviously, the in-game Ferrari nerfed, but don't have to worry about that in equal cars regardless.
Oh, everybody in the chat thinking that Piero will get pole tonight. There was a little bit of a poll in the chat. Everybody thinking that Piero will get it. It's looking like it at the moment. 3 tenths over his competitor. It's Jax, who at the moment is in the pit lane and can't improve. Don Rajib moves up into 3rd or 27.4. Good lap from him. Gets ahead of his Ferrari teammate. Let's have a look here and see what else has come around for a lap. Piero, 300s down. Mares, 400s up. Toussaint, 2 tenths up. That would actually put him ahead of Don Rajib into 3rd place. Let's have a look. Play Dutchy, he's 500s up as well. Jetsy retiring from the session. A few people towards the bottom also retiring from the session as well. Let's see what... Carry on, sorry.
Improving. The Haas retiring from the session there. Can the Renault of Thunder, his lap was invalidated. So here comes the AlphaTauris. It might be an AlphaTauri front row here with Dutchy and Piero.
Could be an AlphaTauri. That's AlphaTauri front row. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is Dutchy coming round Club now to the line? Where will he go? Oh, he only improved by a 10th. It's Toussaint. Couldn't improve either.
Oh, Mares goes up to 2nd though. The 124.
Yeah, good lap from Mares. Actually beats Jax by about 300ths of a second. Let's see what Atim can do. He's actually 4 tenths up on his time side for night as he comes around the final corner and he does a 24.6 and goes 200ths ahead of Mares, but not quicker than Piero. What a time from Piero though.
He's 3 tenths faster than the top 4 really. But yeah, very good pace from Piero. Adam just able to get by in 2nd place, so good recovery from him. The Ferrari of Mares making it an AlphaTauri, Mercedes, Ferrari top 3. We got Jax in 4th place. We got quite a different variety of players here starting up front. Even Shankster starting in the top 10. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it could do. Shank's actually qualifying on the mediums, so he will actually start on the mediums at the start of this race because he is inside the top 10. According to Gavra, I was going to say, according to Gavra as well, Piero actually won here last season in the Super League, so where we may see a repeat of Piero from last season around this track. He seems to love it.
So yeah, both Haas's outside of the top 10. They're usually pretty decent midfield competitors. We'll see what kind of tires they decide to start on. Obviously last week a bunch of guys looking to rebound, but yeah, definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Let's see how the drivers fare here in Silverstone. Usually turns 1 and 2 can get very hectic as pretty much taking a full throttle all the way around those corners. So rid of a hectic one. Turn 3 is where we may see a couple of collisions. I experienced my crash at turn 5 just afterwards. But we'll have to see how clean the Super League drivers can keep it. Usually they are actually they've been quite clean in most of the races. We haven't actually had too many safety cars or virtual safety cars in the Super League as of yet, Siphon, well, apart from a couple of exceptions.
But
yeah, apart from Spain, that's an exception.
So, Jojo Power, Antelope, and Tecker starting on the medium tires. As you can see, the predicted pit stop strategy, soft to medium or soft to hard. Either way, it is looking to be a one-stop race.
Yeah, actually, only 4 drivers starting on the mediums, so they're going to be trying to go longer into this race and then be quicker towards the end.
26 laps isn't a long time around Silverstone, but even still.
So there's Piero at the front, Attengren in second, followed by Mares in third. Jack's behind, it's splitting the 2 Ferraris in the racing point. Then it's the Ferrari of Don Rajib. Then it's Toussaint. Then it's Play Duchy. The other racing point, Dan Schneider. Then it's the McLaren of Aston, with Shankster closely behind him. Jetsy, another replacement driver behind Shankster's teammate, Jojo Power, closely behind him. Then the other McLaren of Holland, followed by the Red Bull of Before You Die. Then Antelopen, Thunder in 16th, and then AB Tech is in 17th. The 2 Renaults at the back once again. I feel like the 2 Renaults in this Super League, Shankster, are a bit like the Williams team in real life.
Well, that except they can't actually get a point.
They did get a point when Robert Kubica and George Russell were driving last season.
I meant this season.
This season, yeah, did 0 points. But they're pretty much the Williams team of last season, just getting 1 point out of their entire season. But and that also was through a penalty, which I believe the Renault team got actually on track position, but that was in a race where a lot of people retired in Monaco. So let's see if the Renault team can pull off something miraculous here at the back. But all eyes up front here for the Silverstone Grand Prix.
For you, this is a bit of a home track. Definitely the home place of F1. Very technical track that we have in store today. As the drivers ready up, red lights are about to go away.
See what's going to happen is we're just waiting for everyone to. I believe we're just waiting for someone to load in. I believe is the issue.
Might be Mares, maybe. Or maybe
someone with bad internet. It's just taking forever. Who's got the bad internet? Come on, own up. Got a really nice. We've got a really nice camera angle here, actually, of Shankster's Williams. It's like a top-down view at the moment. Everyone else will be able to see that in the stream.
It's certainly going to go down as the tensest race start I've ever seen.
Yeah, everyone's just sat here like, it's just, what is going on? Are we going to see any lights, or have we got a lobby glitch? Ah, we've got a lobby glitch, for God's sake. Code Pooers, why have you done this again? Gav, it's someone's internet. That'll be the issue. Someone just hasn't loaded in, or just has really bad internet. Oh no! Nice one. My F1 crashed. My F1 actually